You ever fart so big that your pants fit better? Well, that's kind of like what this show does to you. It makes you feel like have you just feel better. You just feel better. When you have let everything out and now you have plenty of room to let goodness in. The Anime Dads podcast, which you are listening to now, is both an example of letting out the badness of the world and letting in goodness and humility and laughter. That's why we do the show. And we are your surgeons extraordinaire, your medical health professionals. Please do not actually take any medical advice from us in any way, shape, or form. Otherwise, we could get sued, and that would be very, very bad. We are not medical professionals or trained in any way, shape, or form. Anyway, my name is Bjorvio, and with me we have the guy who actually won an award for the most flatulence within a 3 minute time frame, and that is the Anime Dad.
Okay. I asked Bjorvio for a funny intro, and that was very funny. It got me from the beginning. I didn't expect that at all. That was very,
You're
very
welcome.
good. Yeah, thank you for that. I appreciate that. And giving away my award. That award, I like to be humble about it, but that's fine. I really appreciate you. Appreciate the fact that we're here. I appreciate the fact that you put the disclaimer there because a lot of people have emailed me with photos of their rashes, and I cannot see another rash. So yeah, great to be here. What are we talking about today before we get into our improv?
Today we're talking about slight spoilers for those that haven't seen My Hero Academia up until season 5. We are talking about if we could put our own quirks into One for All, what quirks would we pick? And these can be quirks that are not already in One for All. Another added caveat is that if our co-host picks it, it is off the board. The other person cannot pick it. And finally, the third caveat is that, like those in One for All, the metabolism boost is still there, so all the quirks still get stronger. And the fourth caveat is caviar. One of the quirks has to include caviar in some way, shape, or form because caveat and caviar sound very similar. But probably are they the same language? I don't know. We're not. You're not here to learn about language, and neither am I. So why are
I
you
am.
asking me that question? You are? Oh, okay, great. Kamanai no Kokyo.
Oh, beautiful. That is Spanish. Okay, well, let's get into our improv questions for today. I'll start with my two, then you pump out your two. What we've been doing recently, have you ever thought of the, I know you know a lot about this, Bjorvio, but I found a big rock the other day, and I like the rock, and I put it on my
Hmm.
tummy. This is the truth.
This is not medical advice.
No, it's not. But I lie down and put it on my tummy, and it relaxes me. The weight, it's like a weighted blanket, and I call it Doctor Stone. But I'm not even.
Okay, I was not. Okay, all right, Doc. All right, Doc's in the house. All
The
right.
funny thing is, I'm not even joking. But
I know
if
you're not. That's the best part.
if you had a stone, what would it look like, and what anime character would you name it after?
Oh, okay. So I would have a stone that is flat on one side, so if I wanted to skip it across a lake, I could. And then the other side kind of has this like awkward point that makes it look like a mountain, so that if I needed to use it in self-defense and shank someone, I could. Or I could just like have the rock bounce off the top of their head. I guess that'd be fine too. But I would name, or I guess I would pick the rock. I would name it after Inosuke because it's a wild rock. It's not a tamed rock, and it's unpredictable. Are you going to use the flat side? Are you going to use the sharp side? I don't know, but you can probably slay a couple of demons with this rock. So that just sounds like the best. Inosuke is really the only person I could think of. Either that, or if Inosuke wasn't available, like if that was copywritten, I would go with Aaron Yeager.
That's true. He does rock. That is a good answer to a good question. Now, my second question for you, let's say you started an ASMR TikTok page.
That'd be
What
fun.
would what anime voice would you use and what would you do? What are some things you would do to relax people?
So probably, I think when when you hear Bakugo's voice, he probably isn't the first person you would think of to do ASMR, but I want to change your mind because you are being closed-minded. And there's so many people that are closed-minded that I need to change all of them. So I would have Bakugo start what I would call the rubber band and do that thing where he puts his hand up his armpit and farts with his armpit and then just like makes little farty noises with his mouth. So it'd be like, oh, you nerd, I gotta let one out. And he just makes a little like rubber band, fart band ASMR,
I
and
think
it puts everyone to sleep.
I think fart definitely fart is the theme of this podcast, which I don't really love, but but that's
And then at the
okay.
very end of every episode, he just goes, and now, just so you know, I let one rip. Go beyond plus ultra.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay, what is a sorry, what are your improv questions for me?
Okay, so let's pretend that you are out hunting in the forest and you come across a stash of anime weapons.
Oh,
But you decide, you know what? I don't need these today. I'm going to channel my inner primal beast and I'm going to go and I'm going to hunt an animal. Okay.
who's an animal?
And as a huh?
Who is an animal?
We'll get to that.
You
We'll
said
get to that.
you're gonna hunt an animal.
Yes, you are. We'll get to that. And so, through your decision not to use cruel and unusual weapons against these animals, you are given a wish for a temporary, one time use Kamehameha. Do you use it for hunting, or do you use it to open the Olympics, and why?
I'm gonna use it for neither of those. I am gonna go into a crowded area and just shoot it up into the sky. I just feel like a Kamehameha needs an audience. I know the Olympics, but they're all people will think is AI or special effects. I want to randomly shoot a Kamehameha out of my Kamehameha out of my hand.
Kamehameha. Okay, go 10.
Out of my hands in a crowded area, not at anyone, but into the sky. And then hopefully Kamehamehas aren't like bullets and will fly back down. Is that what happens? Or they just dissipate?
No, I mean we see him shoot off into space, so I'm assuming at some point in a few billion light years you'll blow up a planet. But yeah, that one probably deserved it.
But great question. Great question. And to be honest, finding treasure has been really I get these little addictions sometimes. I get excited about
Uh-huh.
things and finding treasure is like I'm really into it at the moment. So I don't know how you knew that. I think it's because we are
So sassafras.
sassafras. Sassafras. And Mr. Nanimal, Mr. Nanimal is going to be my teacher. He's going to be my Kamehameha teacher. Well, all right. What's your second question?
All right. So you start a swim team in order to compete against your childhood bully who decided that they are going to just get random swimmers and they challenged you to a swim off, but you broke your ankle. So you got to get three people to race on your behalf. The three people that they picked are Lloyd Forger, Twice, and Armin. Who are you picking to beat this team?
Your forger. Um,
Yes!
Toga. Toga. Okay, Twice is not going to beat Toga, that's for sure.
No, there's no way.
And Armin. Armin is going to be Light Yagami.
I was like Mikaza or is it the Reiner or no? Okay, all right. Yeah, obviously that is a much better choice.
All right. So, for those who are up to date with My Hero Academia, or
Which you should
nearly
be.
which you should be. It's kind of annoying if you aren't. There is a bunch of quirks that go into one for all. And it's been passed
Hmm.
down, and the quirks have been changed and molded and got more powerful. So we're going to choose
Five.
five each of random My Hero Academia quirks. And as Bjorvio said, we're going to see who has the greatest one for all power, who can take out all for one, who can make Shigaraki not a weirdo. And
I don't know if that's even possible at this point.
I don't think it is. It's terrifying. It's What the heck was that? That was a real fart, I think, but that wasn't. So...
Oh, sorry, that was my hands.
Oh, okay, good. That was just Bakugo's ASMR behind you. Um, let's get into it. Do you want to start with one of yours, and then I'll pump out one of mine?
Sure. So in this true spirit of One for
Christmas.
All, I
Oh,
picked. I
sorry.
mean, I'm coming up in here in a little bit. Um, I picked five quirks that really don't aren't that great on their own, or they're okay on their own. A couple of them are really good, but blended together, like what Deku does with Black Whip and Fajing and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
they're going to be an absolute powerhouse. But so I'm going to start with the one on my list that I think you are most likely to grab so that you can't grab it. And that is Kirishima's hardening quirk.
That was actually on my list. That was
Yes!
down the thing. I I
That's what
foresaw
you get, nerd!
I foresaw it. I foresaw it evolving quite beautifully. Hardening
Mm-hmm.
a tremendous amount. Maybe hardening other people, hardening things around you. Obviously never taking damage. And
Mm-hmm.
it would be insane. Anything else that I missed? Thanks for stealing that.
Um, I'll get more into the specifics of what am gonna do with it when I get farther down my list. But yeah, essentially,
Okay.
it's both a great offensive quirk, it's a great defensive quirk, especially a great defensive quirk. And I'm imagining even if you get like just the hardening alone, you're a stone wall that's not moving.
Mm-hmm.
Or like I can even imagine like if you punch someone, you're punching like with hardened skin, so it hurts more, and your skin is super super sharp. So that dude ain't getting back up. But it's just what I need it for. I need it for both the blunt instrument and I need the piercing. But
Okay.
you'll see what
Okay.
I'm gonna get into a little bit more later.
I like that. I like that. Okay. Well, I'm just trying to think what I should do first. What's most likely on your list that I can steal? All right.
There's two that I'm really worried about, and two you are not gonna. I am not worried about. You're never gonna pick them in a million years.
My first one's Eraser.
Not on my list. I did really. I tried so hard to make Eraser work, but because it's such a good quirk.
I don't know. It's an amazing quirk by itself, but with one
Hmm.
for all backing, it's insane in that world. It is
Could
insane.
you erase someone's quirk permanently?
Potentially, yeah. I mean, you could erase multiple people's quirks at one time. Potentially, when everyone's in your presence, their quirk is just erased automatically. So it'll make you an absolute powerhouse. So that's why that
Right.
is on my list. Even though it's a great quirk in the first place, I know you took a few. Some of my quirks aren't that great, but this one I wanted to start with. All right, what's next on your list?
So my second quirk is one I'm not going to get. For those that know, you know. If you don't know, that's fine. But I'm going to pick Slide and Glide from Koichi from My Hero Academia Vigilantes.
Good choice. All right, you didn't take that from me because I didn't even think of that. How could that be improved? I like it.
Well, I'm only going to stick with what you guys have seen in the show and not get into manga spoilers. But think of how fast you could slide. You'd be as fast as Ida. Not to
True.
mention, we've seen Koichi use it to fly temporarily,
Hmm.
so that would be something pretty cool, and kind of hover off the ground for a few seconds. So now imagine pairing that with Kirishima. And you're a sliding invincible wall.
Okay. All right, that makes sense. I like it. I like it. All right, my second on my list is one that you don't have. I probably should have done the ones that you had first, but we don't have. It's it is who does it again? It is Mandelay's quirk telepath.
Amazing quirk.
Yeah.
Underrated quirk. It's such a great quirk. You're right, it's not on my list.
Mm.
Um, but just the range that she has on that quirk
Hmm.
is so stinking awesome. And she's a really cool practitioner of it. But I'm is what other reason do you have for telepath? Because you want to be Anya?
I think I'm creating I think I'm creating a supervillain to be honest, because a razor with the aura, telepath, imagine you could use it as a torture mechanism. Imagine you'd be able to telepath to anyone in the world with one for all. I'm
Mm-hmm.
sure. You could do the whole Earth at once. Imagine wanting to tell the whole Earth something at one time. Uh,
Bakugo's ASMR. Subscribe.
Subscribe, yeah, yeah. Your subscribers will go through the roof. But you would erase everyone's quirk, and then you have the power to communicate to absolutely anyone in the world at any time. And also, you can use it as a torture mechanism. If you ever dislike someone, imagine just annoying them constantly at midnight with voices in their head. This is a
That is
this
so good.
this sounds like a villain. All right, who's third on your list?
Number three, this is the last one that I thought you might have taken.
Oh,
It's kind of the oddball of mine, but I can't risk you taking it because it will complete a lot, and I'm gonna go with Shinso's brainwash quirk.
that wasn't on my list, but it is a
Okay,
great
cool.
choice.
So
I
yeah,
would.
now I'm an immovable stone wall that can move at high speeds and kind of hover a little bit. And can you imagine just like moving at those speeds, being like, "Whoa, did you see that?" And then you're like, "No, I didn't." Boom, quirk activated. And imagine with one for all being able to like you could do multiple people at once.
That's insane. That's insane. To be honest, you're a supervillain as well. Actually, maybe we're creating where
Oh,
I'm the
I'm gonna get
villain.
much more super villainy here in a
No,
second.
no. I'm the villain, you're the hero, I think. Um, Crazy good. Crazy good. Great choice. I'm just trying to think what I need to do next. Okay. Um, my next one is one that you probably don't have. But I think it could be upped significantly. It is Uravity's quirk.
Oh, I love that.
Zero.
He has such a
Um,
cool quirk. Zero
I
gravity.
Zero gravity. The amount of again, I'm a supervillain, okay? That's what I'm thinking. Imagine being able to take gravity from the Earth whenever I want to. The whole Earth
Oh.
just everything's floating up and then back down. Whole towns, whole cities. I could fly because of the. Thank you, babe. No, it's perfect. Sorry, I'm
You're
not talking to
welcome.
you. um, matcha. You could take down whole cities and obviously you'd float yourself, so it's a flying ability as well. It's got
Yeah.
tremendous potential, and as a supervillain, having a razor, and then having telepath, for now, I think that's going to be a great three. What's number four on your list?
Dude, you could bring an entire city to your knees with one single word.
Yeah.
Release.
Oh, damn. And everyone will
You
know it's
told
coming.
you. That's good.
That is good. I'm scared. Gravity would be a terrifying supervillain if she.
I know, right?
Yeah. All right. What's next?
All right. This one is the one that actually is going to turn the entire use of my quirk completely on its head to where you will and from here on out I know you don't have any of these quirks.
Mm-hmm.
So but this one I need you to hear me out on this. This one is Lizard Tail Splitter from the girl that wears the purple outfit in Class 1B. Essentially, she splits her body into pieces like Buggy the Clown.
Oh, I thought that was an incredible quirk when I saw it in action. Um,
Right.
really, really useful. And with the one for all power up, what were you expecting to do?
You can create so many teeny tiny pieces of yourself that are now hardened, thanks to Kirishima's quirk, that can slide at top speed with slide and glide. And so essentially, you made teeny tiny bullets that can go at that speed made of your own body. And because you're hardened that hard, you don't feel it, but your enemies sure do. You can use it to recon, so you can see people off at a distance by sending your eye out, and then boom, your entire arm just plows through whatever you need it to,
That's
and you
actually
don't take any damage.
that's terrifying. That is
I
terrifying.
know.
That's terrifying. Nothing you that but that was a supervillain laugh you just did. But you're still the hero in this scenario. You have to be.
I'm
Come on.
still the hero. I can still take you down because slide and glide does not affect is not affected by gravity other than well, eraser. I don't have a counter for that
All right. Well,
except
my next
brainwashing, I
one,
guess.
my next one might somehow be able to stop something. I know you chose little quirks for for your but this one I did. This one is a big quirk. It's a scary quirk,
Hmm.
and with one for all is going to go insane. It's New Order. Yeah, New Order with one for all
Oh,
is gonna be crazy. Imagine the ability. It's a rule creating reality manipulation insanity with one for all backing it. It'll go crazy.
you're like Scarlet Witch at that point. You just make reality into whatever you want it to be.
Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. So that's why I chose that. I wanted to choose. I also wanted to do like different small quirks, but that's a big quirk, and that would make a difference. Um. All right. What's your final one?
I don't actually know what the name of this quirk is, but this is by far going to make me. What is the only thing scarier than teeny tiny fast bullets? Teeny tiny fast bullets where you don't know where they're coming from and can teleport all over the place. So I know what you're thinking. Oh, you took Warp Gate. No.
No.
Oh, you took the vomiting teleporting quirk. No.
No. You took the shooting one
I
with
took.
the
Go
no.
ahead.
No, is it
No?
the girl
Huh?
with purple hair?
No.
No, I don't know.
I took. I think it's called the Black Shadow ability from the guy from Class 1B, who can merge himself into shadows, teleport from
Poltergeist.
shadow to shadows, and even if it's like the shadow of a cup, he can fit his entire body in there. Now imagine you have a shadow while you're floating in the air. I can teleport there, you don't see me, and now I send my little teeny tiny pieces in your direction, and I'm like, and so you're like, oh my goodness, what was that? Boom, you're brainwashed because I had said something that you didn't even know of because I was in your shadow the whole time. Imagine you can just activate Shinso's brainwashing from anywhere, disguise your voice, be like, dude, did you see that? Yeah, he was over here. You just made a crowd of people with this one quirk, and all you have to do is answer one of them accidentally, and the fight's over.
Actually insane. Actually insane. I love how all your quirks work together so beautifully. That is awesome. That's a great quirk to have. Damn. Okay. Um my 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 final quirk. Um I've got telepath, eraser, float, new order. Final one's just to protect me, and I think this quirk's underrated quite significantly, and it is Fat Gum's quirk. Um,
100% is
yeah,
underrated. Like, when was the last time anyone could, like, much less boosted with one for all?
yeah,
I mean, that's essentially shock absorption or shock nullification. at
Mm-hmm.
that point.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the ability to defend myself, even if one of your or anything gets through, hopefully the fat uh nullification would support that, especially with one for all. So yeah. All right. So my quirks to finish are telepath, eraser, float, new order, and fat gum. What were yours?
Mine are hardening, sliding glide, brainwash, lizard tail split, and black shadow.
Those are different to what I expected. But that's good. I mean, we only stole you only stole mine once. Um, so very, very good. I love it. What would your hero name
Like
be?
an like some oh man, hero name. Um I don't know. I guess it would depend on what my original. Well, no, if I got one for all, then mm, I'd go with. I can think of my hero like. Oh man, hang on. I need it needs to be something cool.
I've got mine. I'll do mine first.
Okay, go with yours. Go with yours.
The Destroyer. Okay, because I'm gonna destroy everything. I'm gonna destroy this, and you can't stop me, Mr. Hero.
Cool. I'm gonna go with uh Mind Spike, the railgun hero.
Oh, I like that. Okay, all right. The Destroyer, the villain man hero.
The villain man hero. I think that's taken by All for One, actually.
Very good. Very good. Amazing. If you've got quirks and you're listening, that's pretty cool. But if you can think of quirks, if you can think of
If you're a
quirks,
glowing baby, please let us know.
send them through to us. Is your one for all better than ours? And if not, then still send it through. We'd like to hear what yours is. Really good idea for an episode, and I'm glad we did it. Okay, you ready for improv?
I'm ready for improv. Let's go, man.
Okay, cool. For improv,
Uh-huh.
let's take it
Five
away from
improv.
six improv. Let's take it away from My Hero Academia.
Two
Um,
improv.
three improv, and move it on to. So I'm trying to think of improv at the same time as saying numbers. And let's just have a conversation. All right, when's the last time we had a conversation? But this time, the conversation can't have too many pauses. You can't pause to think about what you're going to say. You just have to say
Okay.
something as fast as, say something, respond. We need to talk about anime overall. It could be a new anime, it could be current anime, it could be anything. You could use different voices, you can just use the same voices. And we just need to talk. We can't break for too many pauses, okay? But we don't have to talk fast.
All right.
All right, make sense?
Yes, it makes sense.
Seven improv. Um, all right. What? Yeah, I'm thinking to start. All right, let me think to start. What direction to go? Okay. All right.
North,
South. Let's pretend
east,
West. How many?
west.
Diane West. All right. How many? How many anime have you watched overall?
I have watched probably about 40 anime, but that number continues to go up.
And what is your favorite so far?
My top one is Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. That's been my favorite for a long time. Though I think Dragon Ball Z is kind of an honorable one because I don't really know where to rank Dragon Ball. Do you know where to rank Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z on your list?
I do know where to rank Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z. It needs to be in the top three because I think it's the nostalgia about it all. If Rimuru the slime tasted really good, what would you eat him?
I would definitely eat him because I assume he would taste like a really slimy food like escargot or something. And then the only problem is when eat something that's really slimy, it gives me the toots. So then I think I could probably be an instrumentalist in Bakugo's band. What do you think?
I think the Toots is a good band name, to be honest. I would go watch you next week if you play next week. The Toots was my nickname in high school, but that was for another reason. Can you guess?
the reason would probably be because you put whoopee cushions all over everyone's seats, if I remember correctly. Though I don't remember what was so special about the whoopee cushions.
I think it was the fact that they were green rather than red. Most were red, but mine were green. Also, they didn't make toot noises. They had spikes that popped out of them and completely annihilated someone's bum. What, what was your nickname in high school?
So my nickname in high school was the popcorn popper, and
Oh,
not for the reason you might think, not because I popped popcorn, but because I would cut out little pieces of paper and make them into origami popcorn, and then as a prank, I made 100,000 in about 2 hours, and then threw them off of the school bridge. And this one girl tripped and fell down the stairs, and because of
stairs.
that, she had to go to the hospital. And we found out that because during the fall, she was like, "Oh, you know, what'd be really cool is if you wrapped foot in like a and just rolled it down yourself." And I was like, "Oh, that's cool." So that's how fruit by the foot was invented. Did anyone at your was anyone at your high school a creative person like that
There were
or an
three.
inventor?
One invented TikTok, and the other invented little buttons that go on your neck that makes you turn into a mole man at nighttime. But
That reminds me of Snorlax for some reason.
Snorlax is my dad's nickname in high school because he used to rub flower petals on his head and then shout at people when they walked by.
Oh, that was your dad? Man, that guy inspired me to become a mailman, I remember seeing. And man, let me tell you, there is no better mailman in anime than Zenitsu, in my opinion.
Zenitsu was an annoying name that I really don't like too much, but he is a great character. He's a really good character. Talking about anime, what would your middle name be if you were Zenitsu?
So if my first name was Zenitsu, my middle name would be Bubai Gawara because that's just really fun to say, and it rhymes with Zenitsu if you say it incorrectly. Do you know how to improperly say it so that it rhymes?
Zenitsu Bubaganitsu? Is that correct? Because that's the first thing that came to my head. But if I'm wrong, can you correct me now?
So it's pretty close. It's Zenitsu Bubai Gawaru. And you put a little too much emphasis on it. You almost got to sound it ooh, like you're trying to get a little bit of a poot out. You know
The
what
way,
I mean? Like,
but the way you said "ooh" was definitely looking like you were tooting again. So, full circle back to the toots. Um, Jack would be a good name for someone in My Hero Academia. What would their quirk be?
well, obviously, if they had a guy named Jack, then he would grow a giant beanstalk really high, and then it would fall on people, and that's how he would defeat villains. Now, obviously, he would have to be a hero because if he had a giant beanstalk that fell on people, not only would it defeat villains, but it would feed people. Now, what would be the downside of his quirk?
I think the downside. Thanks, Bakugo, for jumping in. I think the downside would be that he has a 50% chance of killing himself. He can't control the way the beanstalk moves. Um, could you take us home, Mr. Bakugo, with an ASMR? With an ASMR, no toots allowed. Okay, no toots allowed, but it's an ASMR. Bakugo, take us out.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining this episode of the Anime Dads podcast. I just am so grateful that they let me on and got to promote my band a little bit, but I can't say the name of it because apparently that's not allowed. But I do what I want. Toot toot! That's what you get, nerds. Anyway, we're gonna have another episode coming up in next week. Not a few weeks. Next week. You don't have to wait, and it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be spectacular, and you will automatically be the next number one hero if you listen to it. Okay, number two because I'm number one. And don't fight me on that, nerd. I see you looking at me kind of funny. You think I'm not gonna be the next greatest hero? Mm. Come over here and prove it. Anyway, what's that one thing we say to end the episode? Something about toots. No, no, wrong take. Sorry. Right. Go beyond. Plus
Plus
Ultra!